What makes live music special? What role does music play in our lives? What's the difference between watching live music and watching a pre-recorded performance? How is it essential to who we are as humans? My name is Dr. Michelle Phillips and I'm a senior lecturer in music psychology at the Royal Northern College of Music. My research is all around music performance. So what I look at is when we watch a live performance, what happens? So what happens in terms of what might make us like it, but also how do we react? And I look at that in various different ways, not just by talking to people, but also by looking at what happens in their brains and what happens in their bodies.
My name is Josie Kearney and I'm a PhD student here at the University of Manchester. In this lab, we collect brain data using EEG and use that data to look at how someone's processing sensory information or how they process emotions, be it positive or negative. I've been working with Michelle to collect data whilst people listen to different types of music. In the data that we've analysed so far, it seems that when people are listening to live music, their brainwaves are indicating that they're more interested and more engaged with what's happening versus watching a recorded performance.
This research is really important because it helps us to learn more about us as humans. Why do we enjoy art? Why is art such a big part of who we are? Why do humans create? Why do we go and see live gigs, and why is it such a special thing? And I think actually following the pandemic, those questions have become even more pertinent. We know from my research and other research how much people miss live music and how much they hankered for it. And it's not the case that people who maybe enjoyed live streaming have stuck with it. They wanted to get back to the gig venue, the concert hall. If we have answers to these kinds of questions, we can learn what music does to us and why we enjoy music. And that can feed into lots of different things, such as how we use music in healthcare or in schools.
Funding the Royal Northern College of Music is really important for a range of reasons. Firstly, what happens inside the space. Walking around it today, seeing the rehearsal spaces, seeing the people reacting with one another, creating music, I think is fantastically powerful and bodes really well, I think, not just for Manchester's future, but nationally and internationally.
Music is different. Music has some kind of inherent magical property to it. It triggers emotions almost automatically. And live music seems to do that more than anything else.
Music and science research can also help us to learn more about music and lifelong conditions, such as Parkinson's. There's something special about music that means that people living with dementia don't forget songs, even though they might forget people's names.